What's up? It's my buddy. What's up, everybody? It's John at Helios Farms. Just checking in. You know, we're going to keep you updated with what's going on this farm in 2019. Elizabeth, my wife, and I moved out here in November 2018. We are here indefinitely, working, living, raising our newborn baby girl, Cora Jane. We're excited for this new journey in our life. I mean, God has led us to this point. It's been an amazing journey thus far, and we're just grateful for Theo and Kira, who have laid the groundwork, built the foundation, who have persevered. Just straight grit, determination, conviction, and faith have brought them this far to where we have this amazing farm to come and live on and be a part of, and this work is so good. We're excited to have you guys along for the journey, and just excited for what's up ahead this year. So stay tuned and come see us on the farm. So I'm down here, just collected chicken eggs at the greenhouse. That's where we're keeping the chickens during the winter months. Keep them safe from predators, keep them warm, keep them active and laying so that you guys get your delicious chicken eggs. Here's our piggies. And they have been doing work for us down in this ravine, clearing out the blackberry bushes. I mean, digging the crowns out, eating those. I mean, they have been super productive. Probably more productive than Theo has been. Just kidding. This is our lush ravine, home of the pigs. Oh yeah, swinging muscle man.
It's old oak. I don't know if I'm gonna do it.
Woo!
That's gonna crack.
Power!
There it is.
Here's the dairy cows. That's just a dairy butt. Who's that, Sonny? Hi, Sonny. There's some more dairy butts. Clara, you gotta wait. Okay, so I just finished up with morning milking. That's Clara in the stanchion, just finishing up some food. So, I say let's go see the family, my girls. There's our milk. Just did a delivery to Roseburg today. We're doing the farmer's market. That's where Ben is, and that's where all our milk went. Let's go inside and say hello to my girls. I've got Cora. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. How's my baby girl? She just ate, just was fed, and now she's hanging out with Dada. Mom's making food. Let's go see Mom. Hey, babe, what are you doing?
Hi there, I am frying up what we like to call here some lickers and tickers.
Lickers and tickers, what is that?
We got some beef tongue and beef heart, Put it in the crock pot last night, slow cooked it, covered in water. And now we're frying it up, and we're gonna add some egg, fried egg on top. Have a nutrient-dense lunch.
That sounds wonderful.
Oh, this is also being fried in what? Bacon grease.
Wow.
Say hi. Not for me.
She's already going for the camera. She says, I'm already going for the camera.
Put me on the film.
Say it.
Theo, what are all these chopsticks?
This is our bio balm. So this is the main ingredient, and this is beef tallow. We've got other good ingredients in there, essential oils, things that make it just like a kind of chopstick product, except it's all organic and good stuff. Lots of organic ingredients in there, and then we have our little label there that we wrap around those tubes. And that's what it is.
There it is. Beautiful. Elizabeth, what are these?
Well, John, right there I am fermenting some cabbage and carrots. And we got some purple cabbage on the one on the left to give it some nice color. And we use some whey from our, over here, from our clabbered milk.
What is that?
That is clabbered milk. So it's been sitting there getting all nice and probiotic rich. And then we have some whey that separates down here.
Uh-huh.
Put a few tablespoons in with the cabbage, and you got a really quick fermented sauerkraut.
Beautiful.
You're like, Elizabeth, what is this?
Sonia,
What?
what is this?
It's a book.
What kind of book?
It's a book about vitamin C in cows.
And what are you doing with it?
I'm attempting to draw the pictures.
And it's going to be beautiful?
It's going to be beautiful.
When's it available?
End of February,
All right.
2019.
Look forward to it. Here's my liquors and tickers and eggs. Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
In this next segment, you'll get your weekly wisdom from Theo Farmer. Let's go. It's called What is Theo Up to? So Theo, what have you been up to lately?
Well, I've been doing a lot of computer work thanks to the farm team that we have here, working on our website. I'm also, about a week ago, embarked on a new milk diet. I did it about 2 years ago, I think. I lived on milk for 3 weeks.
Wow.
And this time I got a little, I've gained like 20 pounds in the last couple of years because of all the good food around here. And I think we eat pretty late because of all the farm work. And so anyway, I gained weight, and the raw milk diet I think can be a real easy way to get trimmed down and stop digesting food for a while and just live on milk. And so
can people actually live just on milk?
Yeah, you know, the Mayo Clinic started as a milk cure clinic, and from my understanding is that the guy that started the Milk Cure Clinic had written a book which is called the Milk Cure Diet or something like that, and I have that book and I studied it. It was published in 1920, and he had been doing this for like 50 years at the time. So it basically was used as a kind of a physical reset for people whose bodies were starting to fall apart because the food system was getting a little corrupted, and so people were showing up with chronic illness, and he would take them off all the foods and put them on raw milk for about 30 days in bed rest. And so I studied that book, and in that book he talks about a person who burned his esophagus early on in his life, like when he was 2 years old, by drinking some lye in the kitchen, and couldn't then swallow anything solid. So for his entire life he lived on raw milk only from the cows. At the time they just called it milk back then, of course, because they hadn't started all the processing. So but definitely milk that's fresh from the cow is what you want to use. And I think it's kind of like starting over as a baby. You know, you basically, Cora Jane and I are the two farmers here that are on an all milk diet. Mine won't be quite as long as hers, but I can go for a month or two, I think, pretty easily. And yeah, it's just, yeah, go ahead.
What are some of the benefits? Why are you doing this? You said weight.
Weight loss. So if you only drink a half gallon of milk a day, then you lose weight. And Crew said that in his diet. You have to drink a certain amount in order to maintain your weight. He always had people on a gallon to a gallon and a half per day on the milk cure, which included bed rest and daily bathing, and it had to be out in the country in the fresh air to oxygenate the body. But so for me, by drinking a half gallon, a little more sometimes if I get a little hungry. Whenever I get hungry, I just drink about a cup or two of milk, and it takes away my hunger pangs. And I had a plantar fasciitis that had been brewing, so I had a soreness in my foot every morning when I'd wake up, and that seems to be dissipating pretty fast. It's a lot better after a week of not eating anything except raw milk.
That is awesome. So you said that Mayo Clinic used to be a raw milk cure. It was started off of that.
Yeah.
Can you find Mayo Clinic doing that today?
No, that's not part of the modern medical paradigm. But it works really well. At least I've shown with myself that it's possible. We had another guy that did it a couple years ago. He was a veteran who had a lot of gut issues, and so I think just from the theory of it, like resetting your body based on it, and I think it would be ideal actually to start it with a cow that just calved, and then drink the colostrum that she produces in the first few days. So kind of empty your gut, maybe do a fast for a couple days. Start with colostrum and then live on milk until all of your issues are gone, and then start adding meats, probably bone broths and meats. And so I think it resets. I've been studying a lot about the microbiome of the body and the gut, which is real kind of advanced science nowadays about how to stay healthy. And I think that by going onto a raw milk diet, you reset your gut microbiome. It's an easy way to do that because the milk only nourishes certain microbes in your body, and the rest of them just get dispelled. So if they're not the right microbes, they get shoved out during this process.
That's beautiful. All right, Theo, we'll check in with you next week.
Thanks.
Kira!
John!
What is this?
This is a number of things. This is, that I'm doing at the moment, is a little teeny hog that Chris Tuff brought to me to be harvested. And so we cut that thing up into some really beautiful cuts, and they're little teeny guys. But this is bacon that has been brined.
Bacon.
And there's the bacon, little teeny bacon
Are you
from
cutting
little
it today?
teeny pigs. What?
Are you cutting it?
No, what I'm doing is it's called needling, and I have this amazing tool. This is a needle, and it has this hole in the end. And so what I do is I go through it, and then I put butcher string on it, and it's been brined already in these amazing no nitrate brine, and so they've been cured, and then now they're gonna go get smoked over applewood.
Amazing!
Yeah, and so there's also a little lamb here. Little lamb.
Is it Mary's?
It's not Mary's.
Mary had a little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb. No, Zach had a little lamb.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's Zach's lamb. And then I've got hawks here. These are cute little teeny hawks from a little teeny pig. These were kunis. They're amazing, and they have a lot of fat around them. And he took a lot of that. And so then we have these itty bitty hocks, and we've got hams from a tiny pig.
Whoa.
So our hams are like, you know, this big, but these are nice. So we're gonna smoke these up for Chris, and he'll be here shortly. And I hope that you get a chance to interview him.
I will. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so here we have Chris, Jen, and Angeline. That's you.
Yeah,
Good,
say
good
hi.
timing. Looking stylish.
Oh yeah.
So these are our farm share owners. And can you guys just share about how you came across Helios Farms?
You want to share that?
Basically, Jennifer wanted some fresh eggs and found Helios Farm and talked me into coming out here. I actually, when we were coming out here, I thought we were just coming out here to pick up some meat, and then realized, you know, we were coming out here to do the whole shebang, to harvest, to pick out the pig. You know, and at first I was kind of put off by it because I just wanted to come out here and get my meat, but I think that's what sold us on Helios, was the whole experience of it, like really knowing about your food, and seeing the pig liver when we harvested our first pig is what really sold us too, and has kept us here, I think.
So were you skeptical at first?
Oh yeah, very skeptical.
What were you guys doing for food mainly before?
Costco.
Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And were you, you know,
Organic.
yes. So
Yeah.
you were concerned about, you know, what you were buying.
Oh, yeah.
And so where did you find them, like online or through Facebook or?
Online, I was doing some research trying to find a local farm that had good ethics, holistic, grass-fed, and I ran across Helios.
And so the first time you guys came out here was for a hog harvest?
Yep. Yeah, was our hog harvest. Yeah.
Yeah.
We came out here and picked out our pig, got to sit down at the big farm table, have dinner, and just pretty much learn about everything they're doing out here.
And what was your first impression of Theo and Kira after that visit?
Theo, the impression of Theo was just calm, cool, and collected. That guy is just, he's as cool as they come. He's a great guy. Kira, just super spontaneous as far as getting in here, getting her pork cut up, and
Getting him reined in.
getting me reined in. Yeah.
And so
a lot of good information. About you know, where our pork was coming from. What's, you know, everything that led up to us picking out our pig and harvesting it. You know, everything in between the time it was born up to
Yeah.
up to the time we were ready to harvest. And she had a lot of good information, and also for Jennifer's thyroid and whatnot, a lot of good information on that.
Yeah, and just after we had signed up for the farm share, found out that we were pregnant.
Yeah.
So it was
Oh,
perfect
wow.
timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
is
and
perfect.
then she's been on raw farm milk since she was 4 months old.
4 months
4
old.
months old.
And why is that?
Well, Jennifer's milk dried up, and she wasn't able to breastfeed, so we went to Whole Foods?
And we went to several places.
Several places,
Yeah.
and we bought the organic formula,
Best of the best.
best
Yeah.
of the best, which was $40 a can. I mean, so eating a, you know, and she goes through 2 cans a week or more,
Yeah.
and so it's just
But it was
ineffective.
making her sick, and yeah, it just wasn't working.
It
for
wasn't working. And then my son, he's like, you know, he asked us, like, well, if the milk's good for us, why wouldn't it be good for her? And
her. Picked up
it's
the
like,
phone
light
and called
bulb, yeah, no
Kira.
kidding. We called Kira and Theo, and they were like, yeah, you know, they sent us to a website on how to make formula, but we just gave her the milk. We
Yeah.
didn't even make a formula. And she's, I mean, you could see she's
Very healthy.
a healthy, happy kid,
Yeah.
and she
That's
loves
a
her
healthy
milk.
baby.
Yeah, she's,
And so the skin condition, the gut problems, did those clear up almost
well,
right away?
she's never had any gut problems, other than, you know,
No, she did in the beginning.
was it? Oh yeah, from a little bit. But I mean, as soon as we started giving her the raw milk, though, it all just
Everything.
I mean, her cradle cap
Her cradle cap
went away.
Yeah.
Her skin was a lot better. Like, she used to have eczema on her cheek, and that's all but disappeared.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that scary at first? Switching your
It was
baby to
concerning.
raw milk?
Yeah, it was. I was afraid. You know, we had a lot of kickback from family members who, you know, they didn't agree because, you know, part of this for us was learning about, you know, everything else. You know, the vaccinations. You know, what's in our vaccinations, and
Vitamin C protocol.
So this, it really steered us in another direction. It's scary. I mean, it's you know, it's taken a step into the unknown. You know, the
counterculture.
unpopular belief. You know, we get a lot of flack from family, people in healthcare. You know, they look down on us. It's, you know, or anybody that makes that decision, and it's you know, it's crappy.
Yeah. And so you guys became full farm share owners
What's
right
that?
away? Were you guys full farm share owners right
yeah,
away?
yeah.
Yeah,
We bought.
immediately.
We paid for a full farm share, and then we realized that a gallon of milk a week wasn't going to cut it, and we went through our pig pretty fast. So but we were feeding 2 growing teenage boys at the time as well, and so that's why we did trade on the new building.
So you guys have obviously become involved with the farm more than just consumers or
Oh, yeah.
customers.
Yeah.
Why do you think that it's worth getting more involved in your sourcing of your food and the production of the food that you feed yourselves and your family?
Well, we heard it best on what is it, the Paleo Way or whatever, Joel
Yeah.
Salatin and some other people that are doing what Kira and Theo are doing. Something that's been repeated by all of them is food is the best medicine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's as easy as that. Food's the best medicine. So, you know, if you eat right, then everything else should come together. If you don't eat right, well, you're going to have all kinds of problems.
Beautiful. So you guys have been, Chris, I know you and your family have been involved in this nice big dairy barn that we are in the process of
Finishing up, yeah.
finishing up and getting ready to move in there from this little shed that we have been in. So we definitely appreciate that, and we just appreciate you guys being a solid part of this farm. People like you that make this farm work.
Oh, it's changed our life for sure, because now this is what we want to do. I want to be a farmer. I want to farm. You know, I'd like to retire from my career and be a farmer. She wants to retire from hers and be a nutritionalist and work together on a farm.
That's awesome.
That's our goal now.
That's really encouraging. So have you guys seen health changes in yourself from making this
Big time.
change?
Big time.
Is there anything in particular that you would want to share?
Well, we haven't bought store-bought milk in 2 years,
Yeah.
and just the milk alone has made you know, our skin's better, complexion's better,
Gut health.
our gut health is way better.
Yeah.
But that's also a lot to do with the vitamin C. And then the quality of meat. I mean, you taste and feel the difference. You know, for me, it's been like going to work, the proteins, you know, I feel better at work, working a long day. It's kind of hard to explain. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just all around
Well,
better.
we've backpedaled, especially after having her. You know, where we've gone out and we've bought conventional food.
Yeah.
To make it easy or prepare.
Or we've gone out because it was easy and we didn't
Yeah.
prepare something, and it instantly we're like, we feel like crap. So I mean, it's living that way and not knowing that you feel like crap because you're so used to feeling like crap, and then you eat like this for, you know, a good period of time, and then you backpedal like we've done a few times here and there. You could feel the difference. It's very noticeable, like instantly. As soon as you're done eating, you're like, I shouldn't have done that. And so it's almost scary how crappy you can feel after going to McDonald's or any fast food after eating, you know, the food out here, what's produced out here compared to that, huge difference.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys for sharing your story. Like I said, we appreciate you. Look forward to the future of sharing this farm life with you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, Knuckle. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. We will have more coming at you next week. We're excited to develop this idea. We're gonna get better with our video techniques, just all of it. But really, we just wanna give you an inside look to what is going on your farm. This is your farm. This is a movement. This is a lifestyle. It's counterculture, but it's beautiful and it's abundant and it's healthy and we love it. So we're glad you're a part of it. Just want to touch on what Theo was talking about with the milk cure. I mean, how awesome is that raw milk is a complete food that you can live on. It nourishes you and it heals you. How many people do we know who are suffering from gut issues today? Any number of gut issues that are chronic and debilitating and, cause a lot of suffering. And real farming, real food that's not messed with, that's kept as whole as possible, as healthy as possible, cuts down on the inflammation, and goes a long ways to restore that microbiome that science is just now catching up and understanding that what goes on in your gut affects your behavior. It affects your brain health. What goes on in your microbiome affects your health overall. And there's so many things that are being thrown at us today through the medical industry and the food industry that is just damaging our guts, causing chronic inflammation and just wiping us out. But getting back to real food is medicine and it does heal us. And there's too many stories for anybody to hide and truly the truth just gets out. So we're glad you are a part of it and look forward to bringing more to you. And like I said, come visit us on the farm. We'd love to have you. Until next time.